And welcome back. Game 3 right around the corner. We've got Europe versus Southeast Asia, OG.Seed versus Fnatic. And yes, I'm seeing it right there. What Cap is holding, the trophy for the Loot Bet Dota Summit 12. And it's beautiful. The duck, look at it. The troll, what would you nickname a troll warlord duck? Duck Lord? Duck Warlord?
Quascar? Quackar?
Quackar.
Quackar?
What are some breeds of duck? Mallard?
Mallard,
That's the
Stone Filion.
That sounds right.
Those are the only two I have. Geese.
geese on ducks.
Canadian, American, all kinds of geese.
Yeah, we got them all here. No, but a gorgeous trophy, and I love these trophies because they are a little bit different. You know, like if I wanted a normal trophy, then I'd go be a 6-year-old and play soccer and get my participation trophy. I want one that's designed and looks beautiful, and that's one right here.
Have you got any trophies?
Yeah, I have quite a few participation trophies. I was the king of soccer and getting last place.
From personal experience right there.
It was. Do I actually have any trophies that are like
meaningful?
Me doing some good? I really don't think I do. I think I threw all of them away, honestly, when I moved. When you move, trophies are like the first thing to go for most people, I think. Unless you're like a jock in high school and that was the last thing you ever did good in your life, and now you're just bullying kids. Oh, you think you're good enough for me, but you know what's even better than that? We have a draft coming your way, so get ready. Dun, dun, dun. You see OG.Seed still smiles on the faces there. Unfortunately, we did have a draft, but it looks like one person did not load in. A classic. I will say, for any aspiring casters at home, I hope you get used to being in a lobby and it not loading 40 times and then the players insulting you even though you're there and they're like, well, you're the one not loading, boot him. And you're like, what the hell? So get used to that. But no, guess what? I lied. We are into the draft now. Fnatic, OG.Seed, Game 3. What are we switching up? We did Game 1 to Game 2. They got more stuns. They didn't do the Chen. I feel like you just have to play super fast-paced, right? It's Fnatic. They're going to be in your face at 15 minutes in every game.
I think OG.Seed are better as a 4-Protect-1 team than they are as a fast-paced team.
Yeah, so...
But that's not worked for them thus far. I guess they can go fast-paced, but I would like to see them just draft a better 4-Protect-1 draft, because I think they're good enough to do it. They beat EG, who are as good as Fnatic.
Agreed. But the question is, so would you have been happy if instead of just even the Spectre it was a TB, or do you think they needed like different first 4 picks as well?
I think they had lost the draft prior to their last pick.
Okay. And why?
I stick by the fact that if you're going to pick Void Spirit into Ember Spirit, you should just pick him first round and have the offlaner have a better matchup. Like at that point, you're your last pick, and so when you pick your offlane blind, meaning you haven't seen the carry yet, and then you pick your mid laner into an unfavorable matchup, you're going to lose 2 out of 3 lanes. Like that's just what's going to happen. So your last pick carry not only has to be a win condition, but it also has to win the lane. And so they went for like the win condition from the Spectre, and then they just lose all 3 lanes. So it really does. At some point, you just can't catch up in one pick, and I don't think their last pick had enough boxes it could possibly check to survive or like save the draft.
The upside of this is OG can fix all of this. They can make the comeback because the draft, right?
The draft.
Just fix that. Just draft better.
Just draft better.
Just pick the heroes better. That's it.
Get heroes that are better.
Yeah.
Simple as that. There's an Earthshaker still in the pool.
It's good.
I just want to say, because the Rubik did get banned.
So
let's say it's
last time
you have to take
they
it.
opted to ban the Earthshaker, and Fnatic was the one to ban Rubik. Rubik is one of the most successful heroes at this tournament. Has been picked 17 times, a 64% win rate.
That's pretty
good.
How
many out of 17 is that?
9.
Is contested 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you have to take it here if you're OG.Seed, right? Or else Fnatic will snap
You're
it.
Take
they first
Earthshaker.
overall.
I think they're going to pick Clockwork in response on Fnatic.
And they've still got the Batrider and the Nyx in the pool.
Yeah, there are. There's
a lot of stuff.
Few heroes. Oracle getting first phase ban, the Nature's Prophet every game. Ice has showed He can carry with it with his Maelstrom Bloodthorn build, or he can just Guardian Greaves first like he's been doing. And
Snapfire Clock?
Yeah, it's almost certainly Clock.
Snapfire.
You think Clock is just that good of like a 1-to-1? Because that hero's looked pretty bad even in games it wins. To me, at least, this tournament.
I think it's really good against Shaker, and I just know Fnatic likes it. But if they don't pick it here, that means their opinion of the hero has changed over the course of this tournament.
And hasn't Ice played it every game?
Yeah.
Andy's played the Snapfire. That's the only thing he's actually played the Snapfire every game they've picked it. They've never played it support.
Really?
Yeah.
No one else seems to rate Snapfire 3 apart from Fnatic.
They really don't.
Oh, Tiny.
So they clearly are committing to Snapfire
3, it looks like.
I guess potentially being a 3, because at this point, if they picked something like the Clockwork, I would assume it's going to be on their offlane player, because he usually plays a more active 4th-3 position while DJ ends up getting more farm. But they kind of seem to have gone away from that. Like last game, we had DJ on the Tiny and him on this farm-heavy Snapfire. Earlier on in the tournament, we were seeing like 4-position Pucks, 3-position Clockworks, that kind of stuff, but they've gone back on that. Tiny apparently is still pretty good after they've nerfed level 1 Toss into Oblivion.
Yeah.
Does Moon play a mid Tiny, or is that not?
He has before, but it's been so long. I think really the only people playing it are like the brothers, Chessie,
Wow.
Limp, and then they take the Bat Rider. All right.
That hero stole the pool, surprisingly. One of the most popular picks and bans throughout the course of the tournament.
I'd expect them to ban the Nyx now. They've picked the Batrider, but maybe not.
They've already revealed their 2 supports, or they're like, at least they're 4. There's no way Tiny's mid. I refuse.
Yeah,
to believe.
no. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure this is their 3-4, and Jabs has played 5 Nyx, so I think it is a
they
possibility.
have played 5
they have,
Nyx.
yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Not this
That's
tournament,
possible.
but Fnatic in the past definitely has.
Okay, I guess against Bat, you could probably argue that it's worth having a Nyx 5.
And then, I mean, your lane, then, honestly, at that point, then your lanes are pretty trashy, though, right? Like with a Tiny and a Nyx support.
Yeah, if
Doesn't
you have
feel
a favorable
best.
matchup against the Bat, meaning like you have Nyx plus, Lifestealer or Slark or something in the safe lane, you could probably get away with it. Getting away with it is the question, though. Would you rather get away with it, or would you rather kind of try to dumpster this Bat Rider? I think Oracle comes to mind. Oh, that's already banned first round.
A Baden.
I was going to say a Baden, but then would you pick it as a 5?
Yeah. And then
It's
you'd
not a
have a
great
5-4 melee duo.
Disruptor's also really nice against Bat, not necessarily in lane, but it's really hard to play Bat in the mid game because you get Thunderstriked and glimpsed.
Yeah.
Usually you use like the vision, the cliffs as your advantage.
Oof, they banned the TA out. Much faster paced hero. And this draft, much different than the first 2 already, actually, because you can tell OG.Seed hasn't really played much of these 2 heroes. And already trying to swap it up quite a bit, which is what we wanted to see. Don't go with the status quo if the status quo is negative.
One really nice thing is that Fnatic or OG.Seed has the last pick of this next phase, which is probably where they're going to solidify the Bat Rider as a support or core. And by that time, they should be able to know what Fnatic's safe lane core is, I would guess. Because they have ultimate last pick, right? So very likely they're going to save that for a Moon hero.
Yeah.
So if OG.Seed just holds off on their mid, then they'll be able to get the Bat Rider support or core matchup, which I think is a nice idea.
I love how they're just leaving the Void Spirit in too, right? Like, Fnatic's like, we know Chessie likes it, even here, like, and honestly, OG.Seed might just take it.
Yeah.
They love that Void Spirit so much. At least you're not first phasing it, but
They've lost twice with it, and it's a 37% win rate right
at
now.
this tourney, damn.
Yeah.
How many games?
It's one of the most picked heroes 19 times.
Okay.
When a
Wow.
team picks a hero like that keeps on losing, because sub 40% win rate is pretty dire.
Yeah.
Why do they just not stop picking it?
For me, I mean, from what I learned when I was like at EG's boot camp, it's like you don't just go into Dota saying we're gonna pick. There's a chance we pick one out of like all these 110 heroes. You do have like a certain hero pool you pick from a lot of the times, and it's hard. Like a lot of their success came from the Void Spirit, right? So even though you lost the last 2 games, it's like, well, we've gotten this far with it. It's so hard, and it's like the thing, when you read on Reddit, like, God, Bull was a dumbass. Why'd they last pick this hero? It's like, well, they kind of, it's what got him here. They can't just like switch up your strategy in the last series of the game is how I see it.
That's where like the weird picks come in a tournament. When one team swerves, then the other team, like, there's another subsection of heroes that are opened up because this different off-meta hero is picked. Therefore, other heroes are opened up, and then you just get a really weird draft as a result.
Kind of like what we saw in Game 1, actually.
Okay, Omni Knight, that's most likely their 3, right?
Yeah, I think they are. Swerving over to the Snapfire support now.
Still could be a 5. We've seen it a couple times, but...
That hero feels so weird.
It kind of screams like Sven or Troll to me. Those heroes don't lane all that well versus Bat, but if I'm going to pick Omni instead of, say, Legion or Abaddon, I'd like to make a hero... I'd like to pick a carry that really utilizes that status resistance. And those are usually these, like, kiteable... hard right-clickers that oftentimes can just be controlled during the limited time they're powerful. So Troll and Sven are who I mentioned.
What do you think OG.Seed does? Do you think they're more likely to put this Bat Rider as a 3, countered by the Omni, but doesn't have to lane against it? Or are you more likely to just downgrade its farm position, but have the bad matchup in lane?
I personally think Bat Rider should be a 3 now. I think the Flame Break nerf was too hard for him to be a 5. And there's the Slark. Slark stands out as well. They go Leshrac instantly. So their idea is we have the Morphling in lane versus the Omni Knight. We have Leshrac as like this mid-game damage dealer against the Slark. Even if he's buffed up by status resistance, he kind of just takes massive amount of damage while he's trying to go on the Lesh. They have a lot of AoE stuff to just throw on the ground for OG.Seed. So Slark will need probably 1 or 2 tanky items to feel good about fighting them. You oftentimes don't want to go BKB when you have an Omni Knight on your team. You'll lean towards like this Sounds and Yasha type of build. But in this case, they have so much magic damage, you might have to go BKB anyway.
Yeah, when you have a Lesh and an Earthshaker, like, you can't just, ulti, TP out. You will never be able to do that in this game.
It's pretty funny, though. Out of all of the teams, you're going to try an Earthshaker Morphling?
I don't think they're
actually... Fnatic and 23 Savage?
I don't think they're actually like buying an Ags or anything on this Morphling. It's just going to be a completely normal Morphling build. Are they saving their last pick for 5? Is there? Oh, they didn't ban. They just ran out of time, didn't ban.
Damn. The classic, right? Ice Ice did that. That was like 4 or 5 years ago when the whole meme happened.
That was his first bans, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not the last one.
It was. He just loves, hey, we can beat you with anything. Let's see if OG.Seed does the same thing.
Do you worry about picking the Lesh without a strong save? Because it always feels like it goes well with an Oracle to me.
As of right now, they don't have any way to just kill this Lesh.
Got a tiny.
I feel like a tiny plus Snapfire does quite a bit of damage.
Well, usually Lesh struggles to survive for the first 10-15 minutes, and then he gets like 2 items. So
just get to the Yules.
Just get to the Yules Bloodstone, or Yules BKB. Sometimes you'll see too. My major concern is just going to be coming from the mid lane matchup. There's a lot of heroes that can kind of abuse the Leshrac, and Moon has shown so far this series that he's kind of just owning Chessie in the mid lane.
What are your favorites?
Well, honestly, Morphling is one of my favorites, but they obviously have that hero. In terms of Lesh, you can look for these Lenas, these Quaps can be really annoying, but at the same time, those 2 heroes are not really seen very much. So when it comes down to the way Fnatic likes to play, I think they're going to lean towards something like Kunkka. Just make themselves really tanky, make themselves really hard to burst with all these stuns that OG has. And heroes like Omni and Slark, if they get past those initial bursts, they're just going to win the long fights because of the saves, the Essence Shift stacks. So I'm personally leaning towards Kunkka. Very good in lane versus Leshrac. Leshrac's kind of low armor, kind of dies to the X combos. You have the tiny to rotate.
Is there a chance they pick a support here?
For OG.Seed?
Yeah, and let the Bat be 3.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5 position hero coming out here. They banned the Puck, and that's almost certainly a 5-inch, but they could do a 3-inch.
I'm curious because we did see in the first series Pexu did play the Bat, but I agree. I think
you have 5-inch against Omni instead of 5 Bat Rider. I think you'd prefer that. I don't think Bat Rider hates laning against Slark. You can just cut creeps with your Firefly once you're level 2.
Okay, they take it themselves. So we saw Chessie on this hero in the first 2 games. Now we're going to swap it around. I'm going to assume it's on Moon, and it is. So we got the draft 3 and does very well. This could be the last game of the loop at Dota Summit 12. Any thoughts?
It is going to be an offlane Enchantress.
Okay.
I'm ready to mix it up a little bit. Retro style, Patchago. I'm ready for OG.Seed to give them a run for their money.
Yep. Cap, what's the percentage OG.Seed can take this to a game 4?
A solid 40%.
Dan?
I'll go 42%.
Okay, so we've got a decent percentage on them. Can OG.Seed do this? Will this be the last LAN Dota 2 game we have in a long-ass time? Or will OG.Seed say, no, sir, Dota will live forever? That is a good question. We're going to be heading into the game. And there you see it. We head right into the game. Before you saw that in the player cam, we saw the young man in the middle there, the coach of Fnatic, Sunby, having a pretty good tournament here. He's got a lot of experience as a coach now. Honestly, one of the most successful NA people that have come out in a while, coaching huge name teams over the last 3-4 years and doing it again. Another LAN win. Maybe.
I was about to say, what about the reverse sweep, Grant?
It could.
Already spoiling it for the viewers.
I am not spoiling it because this is
Yeah,
not
I
a
thought Dota
simulation.
was going to live forever, Grant.
Well, yeah, in your heart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nowhere else. Only in your heart. Sorry.
It's going to live forever 42% of the time, I think, is what we've come to the conclusion.
What it's looking like. And so it is chest in the Leshrac, but it is going to be the middle Morphling on Madara.
It does have a really good matchup versus the Void Spirit, but we've seen this before. Will the superior matchup prevail, or the fact that Moon's played a bajillion mid lane games while Madara probably has not played all that many?
Yeah, it's scary. And you see, okay, the map 3 winner, so it is a lot more even than we saw in the first 2 games there. And it sounds like you guys agree this is probably the more – you guys think this is the most even draft we've seen so far? I know hindsight and all that, but –
I personally think so, but Enchantress was nerfed pretty hard as an offlaner. And if Slark gets off to a good start, I think he'll take this game over real fast. So it's gonna. I'm now looking towards more so the bottom lane, since they elected to put Enchantress as an. Like if they put Batrider as the 5 or as the 3, it was just going to be a trade bottom. Both heroes get good farm. In this case, it's much going to be more of a brawl between the Slark and the Enchantress.
There's very few times where you see an in-between game for a core Enchantress. You were either the game winner, you were the game loser. Like, you either have no impact or you have very high impact. So, definitely need to win bottom lane. And it's going to start with a Fisher block.
do you even get a point in impetus this game, or is this going to be like a 0-4-4 we've been seeing more?
So that answers your question. I don't think
It
core
does.
Enchantress
Boom.
can lane well without impetus.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what's the point of running core Enchantress if you don't do damage?
Your choice is to go impetus or heal, meaning that if you're a support, they usually max heal. If you're a core, you usually can't get any points in heal. You just don't have the mana to do both. Oh, the deny on the range creep.
Yep.
Ooh, big start already. Adjust those odds.
He needs them.
And he's not going to be able to get the range creep of his own here. Nice deny.
And then he'll get the last hit. Oof. I just love middle lane. There's so much creep pulling shenanigans under the tower now that the towers are closer to the river. A lot of crazy stuff. We'll get the creep pull here. Pex, he's trying to stag up the sticky, but no boots versus boots first. Always feels good if you have the boots. 8th the Remnant, pull him in. He is morphing strength, but that is going to be 3 free right clicks.
And despite all those sticky napalm stacks, he still managed to get the creep over the hill.
Yeah, he did.
Which is really big, because you have to turn around and hit one of the creeps to re-aggro them.
Not if he stickies you.
Maybe. Well, in which case,
they follow
Pexu,
you
that would
based
be a
on
mistake.
vision.
That
Yeah.
would be a mistake if he stickied him.
To give the vision.
Yeah, you should use that time as a chance to be able to close the distance and for him to turn around.
Uh-oh, and we're
Has
seeing
Orb
the
of Venom.
problem. You do not have your attack slow anymore. You just get bullied in lane, and you cannot leave this hero alone. And you see, Z-Freak's like, hello, I've got 2 creep waves here.
Can I tell you from an Enchantress player perspective, that is almost GG for your game. Like, if you die once in the laning stage against a hero like Slark, your laning stage is going to be atrocious.
Because he already bullies you a little, now he bullies you a lot, right?
It's a very snowbally matchup. Like, sometimes a death will just mean, a little bit more of an advantage towards one side or the other. I think in Enchantress lanes, these deaths are more costly than any other hero in the game.
Oh, the bottle will get it denied. Nice play
That's
there
big.
from Z-Freak, yeah. Don't let Moon just control these runes.
You know what the worst part is that death was so important at the bottom lane, and it was also there was no reason to be in that position.
Yeah, because your creeps were coming back,
creeps
right?
were being pulled. He was
Slark didn't
literally
even have
just-
to invest anything to kill you. He just
Yeah.
pounced you and you died.
He literally was just trying to get more harassment damage in.
Uh-oh. And now a little bit of trouble here for Z-Freak. That's not a little bit of trouble, or is it? No, it's a lot of trouble.
Didn't give him the. Didn't give one person the bounty.
Yeah, give it to two. Split it between them.
Split it
you know
between
what?
them. That's a clarity each.
Madara. They're trading last hits now. Obviously, tough to trade versus a Morphling. He looks low, and then, you just get more strength between every attack, and then you lose. So the lane we haven't been watching too much. That top one, how's that one going? Well, it's done, but doesn't get it.
Leshrac appears to be having a good time.
Chessie 15-0.
Yeah, 15-0. Omni-Knight's getting the XP he wants, it looks like. Tiny kind of just left him alone at this point. You have really no aggression as Omni-Knight against ranged carries.
I will say, too, he's like, Chessie's doing most of that last hitting under the tower. On a hero like Leshrac, that's
tough,
pretty damn tough. See, continued denies from Moon Madara.
Nice last inning.
Yeah, 17-2 going up against 15-4, so actually very, very even. As you said, some of these middle matchups are just hard if you don't play middle, but what about the second death in a lane like this, BSJ?
I mean, that's the second one happens because of the first one. That's what I mean by that first one.
So it's just going to compound now?
It just keeps getting easier and easier.
The play? Do you go to the jungle?
Enchantress, that's the problem with offlane.
There
isn't really a play.
You
just keep going back, and you make it as hard as possible to kill you, and you make them keep drawing attention, because anytime they eventually leave the Slark alone before he's 6, the Enchantress will bully, so just keep going back, make them commit 2 or 3 heroes to stopping you, and minimize the feeds, even though they will most likely continue to happen.
You never want the enemy to feel comfortable leaving Slark
alone.
Solo in lane pre-level 6.
Yeah.
That is like one of the worst things. So
Slark was so free farm and solo HP is scary.
It's the best way to snowball.
Will they get the kill? The body block from Jabs buys them just enough time to get that permanent agility and the kill on Slark. Just kidding. Snapfire says, I need that one.
That's a slipper of agility worth of agility for him so far this game.
Just like that. And they're going to push under the tower. You still got to be careful even here. Until you're level 6, you just always have to be careful on this Enchantress versus the Slark. And full treads. Oof. Scary. But the Leshrac, top of the CS, like we said, Chessie is still having that good time. Morphling is second in line there, so even though it's a 1,000 gold lead, still going okay for the cores of OG.Seed.
Oh, that's a really good play by Pexu to push Void Spirit back to base there. Might be in some trouble top.
I think they've picked against this Omni-Knight really well with the Leshrac and the Morphling.
They have.
I don't think his ult's going to be that effective.
Yeah, and you kind of that's why they picked the Morphling third when they saw the Omni, right? Because he's just going to turn into the Omni and just W himself the entire game, or
yeah. When you pick Morphling against heroes like Omni, it's because you want to be a better version of them already. Because Omni for carries is pretty much meant to be a Heavenly Grace.
Ice. Could be a little trouble. Oh, he's allowed to get the ability off. Can they get the full body block? He's cutting down the tree. That's the problem with Firefly, though. Can't juke. All the trees are gone. He's going to be completely okay. Instead, Pexu's just going to get turned around. The creep actually misses, and he will survive.
That was good sidestepping from Pexu there.
It was.
Regen rune denied.
Ouch.
By DJ. But at least it did not go the way of Moon in terms like he doesn't
in the bottle, yeah.
Yeah, like the Morphlings obviously would have liked them regen, but he's more so just trying to make sure the opponent mid does not get it.
Go on.
One of these heroes in this game has not won a game.
Can I pick?
Summit. Can you guess which one?
Yes. Batrider.
Think Batrider has
this
won?
summit or
well, I thought
summit?
if you're asking the question, wait, this summit?
Yeah, this summit.
Oh, I thought because it can't be an obvious answer because you asked it. Yeah, Enchantress hasn't, definitely.
That was part of the joke. It's the obvious here, right? Enchantress has lost 4.
What about
games.
Omni?
She's 0-4.
Has Omni won a game?
Sounds like you should have said, 2 heroes, Cap, with your statistician.
This is the first Omni game.
So it hasn't won a game then.
Hasn't won a game.
They're going to be a toss back. Moon, he's in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to run away. A couple right clicks coming from Pexu. You got that physical damage, but no. They'll be able to bring him down and get this tower. Nice rotation from OG.Seed here.
I cannot believe Slark died bottom like that. That was huge. This Enchantress is kind of back in the game now because Slark was almost 6. And if he gets 6 without dying, then you're good. But now you got 6 before he did, so he actually has to leave. And now you get to camp in this bottom lane as Enchantress. You'll eventually start maxing out the thing that steals the creeps. Why am I totally blanking on this? Enchant. Thank you, of course.
It's the enchant.
Yeah.
You start maxing out the enchant, and then you can pressure the tower. So and now that mid lane tower is gone, That bodes really well for Enchantress even more so because they're not going to be able to bring heroes to her lane because they're already having to salvage the mid lane.
And I always see, like, this is why Dota's such a great game, because of the humanness, right? Because BSJ, you said that Enchantress dies one time. That could just be the end of the game, but because of human error on the Slark, right? The Enchantress is a little bit back in the game. Not everything can be perfect. 23 seconds. He's just trying to run away. There's going to be the Guardian Angel to get a little bit more regen. Will it be enough? There's
nice
the stun
done.
on top. Chessie gets the kill. He might get a double. Ice is going to have to run away. Sir, you're on the Radiant. You need to go the other way, but he's just going to go deeper and deeper into this jungle. Pexu says, I'm here now as well, but not the highest movement speed. Still running away. Just buying space. There's no way he makes it out of this, right? He's just space creating.
I think he is going to take a lot longer to kill than
Nice
they
block
want
in there.
Yeah, Fisher block.
And Chessie melts him down, and yeah, this safe lane Leshrac, it's feeling pretty damn good. They just took their first gold lead of the game here now.
These fissure blocks have been on point.
Jabs. He's like, I need level 6. I need to have some impact now. DJ just roaming around himself. And now that OG.Seed does have this gold lead, they did get that middle tower. How do you abuse taking that middle tower early? Where do you want to play? Enchantress, you said, still just stays bottom. Where does like everyone else go?
It opens up the top half the way it does for Batrider right now. It allows their 5-position heroes to get more farm on the map than they otherwise would have. So now you can rotate your cores like to play around mid and jungle, and then you play around your strong core in lane, which is Enchantress. And now Leshrac is actually going down. Now, that is not what you want.
Oof.
The whole point of this is that triangle is a safe area, but that Radiant Ward paying huge dividends. Seeing him walk that way, so they just catch him off guard, pants down.
Ooh, and they had the sentry, but it just barely missed.
Dara's actually going to rotate top.
Let's see. Can they... Looks like they want to pressure his tower. Maybe Madara just wants to farm. It's going to be tough. Ice. He's just sitting under here with tons of HP, tons of regen. He's fine.
Is he going E-Blade on Morph, do you reckon?
I think that's most likely what he should go this game. To deal with the Omni Knight, you deal with the supports in the back line real quick.
Safety from the Slark, which is nice.
Yeah.
He gets on
the
top
Ghost
of you.
Scepter is valuable for that reason too.
Slark's going Ags.
It's an okay diffuse lags game.
Remember when the Axe first got changed on Slark? It was like the first, second item in every single pub, and people were like, this is just unbeatable. What changed? Because they didn't nerf it that much.
They nerfed it pretty drastically.
Did they? What was the nerf? Sorry.
The pounce goes 3/4 as far, and the cooldown is 10 seconds instead of 8.
Okay, the cooldown one. That sounds rough, but look at this. Uh-oh, 23 Savage. He is going to have to pop his Dark. He's just eating so much AoE damage, but he does make it out. Ooh. Moon, on the other hand, does not, so Chessie almost gets a double there. DJ as well, dropping low.
I feel like he can only go the Diffusal Eggs this game because he has an Omni Knight, right?
I agree.
Because he has Heavenly Grace. Because otherwise, don't you need the SNY build against Earthshakers?
Maybe I'm just bad. I don't know. I
didn't want to tell you, but yeah.
I've fallen out of favor with Slark Diffusal. I think the nerfs to Diffusal make it so Slark would rather just go other items. That's my personal opinion.
So it's 10 less mana? Was there anything else?
It's 10 less mana, and effectively it's 8 less damage. Like, because you're not dealing the mana burn.
Right.
Gotcha.
I personally just really like the SNY build on Slark in the games like this, and Diffusal SNY is a bit awkward because you have no mana. So usually if I'm going SNY, I'll get Echo Saber. But the thing about Diffusal is the goal is to make it so by hitting them but not killing them, they can't fight you anymore. And on all these other heroes, they still rely on that mana burn, but Slark still benefits from just hitting you a lot, even if he doesn't have Diffusal. But they do end up getting him with the Batrider. It's only a support, though.
It is. But they will be able to get the tier 1 off the back of this, it looks like. And this is going to be their first tower, I believe. Or did they take that bottom tier 1? They might have.
It'll probably be traded here with Chessie.
No, they haven't got it.
Yeah, it should definitely just be a trade with Leshrac having maxed out Diabolic Edict already.
And the Enchantress with a creep even.
Using that enchant to get the creep.
Well played.
Thank you.
Is she the only hero who's got a name that is a skill that is her name?
No.
I think there is another one. Who is? Do you already have it?
No.
Oh, okay.
You said so confidently.
There is.
100% is.
Really?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Morph.
Doom.
Doom.
Oh, there we go.
Morph. Morphling.
We got a couple. You know, a little lacking creative. Can we go click on one of the buildings in the Radiant or Dire base and just read the name of like one of the standalone buildings?
God,
but
you
they're
really
going to initiate,
that, don't you?
Yeah. Why are they just called building? There's
Why
the
aren't they
Yules
huts?
into the air. Bonk gets the stun. Oh, Aether Remnant. Looked like it might have saved. Stun toss combo on top. In goes, but the dunk is there. He dies before he can get anything else up. And now Chessie gets eaten alive. What looked like a great fight turns out to, well, not be one. But they're going to turn it around now. We do have the Morphling Omni. There's going to be a drag back. Can they kill Ice? They're trying to. He gets the heal up. Morphling wave forms through, but he gets comboed on the backside. He was morphing strength. He survives because of it. 23 Savage is able to leap out, and Moon probably not going to be able to catch up to this young man as he runs away.
Pretty even.
Yeah, this game is definitely evened out.
He has no points in Dissimulate, so if he keeps hitting him, he can't dodge.
Hit him
He
again.
has 1 point in ulti.
Oh!
Hey!
Just like that. Can't dodge it.
Yeah, if he had Dissimulate, he could, so maybe that's worth considering.
He probably will now, huh? Like,
Yeah.
when
There
that
it
happens
is. There
once,
it is,
you're like,
Grant.
dunk. There it is. Look at what it's named, Dan. It's all these are literally named building. In Warcraft 3, you had Moonweld, you had Ziggurats. We get building.
Would you
Building.
Would you pay for a battle pass cosmetic?
Yes.
That allows
renames
you to
the-
be able to change the building and change its name.
Yes, absolutely.
What would you
Bring
call
back
it?
some Ziggurats.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. You
I
heard it
kinda
here,
like
Ice Frog.
building.
Building. Like, cool.
Building.
Cool.
We should now make a new hero that's named Hero.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
He's got the skills of stun and nuke.
Yeah, so pretty much just old Skeleton King, yeah.
His ultimate is just called Ultimate.
It doesn't do
knows?
anything.
Who knows?
So, OG.Seed with that gold lead again. And it does feel like they have the better Roche lineup too, right? If you like take a fight around there with this Morphling who stole an Omni, it feels like you can take that down. On the other side, Fnatic, they're really going to have to win a big fight to do something like that. No, we saw that Earthshaker got the good dunk off, couldn't chain the stuns, but still set his team up for a 3-for-2 trade.
I think Chessie's having a good enough game that Slark's going to have to go BKB over the Ags.
Yeah. He is just shredding 23 seconds. Every time they get in a fight, doesn't even have to hit the stun, just click your W, click your R, and run at him.
Chessie was a little bit less farmed than maybe you could just trust in the Omni Knight to protect you. But it's so much magic damage. The Purification won't offset it by itself.
I like that Chessie's going BKB because, as you said, he doesn't have anybody to protect him. So
Yeah.
going for those boots of travel might get him killed once or twice, which then makes it so his this whole Leshrac Slark matchup is very snowbally both ways.
Uh-oh. OG.Seed is chasing, but yeah, Z-Freak misses the stun, so Jabs just meanders away.
They're doing a really good job of creating space. Madar's always the person pushing really aggressively on the side lanes because he has so little to fear from this lineup.
Almost done with that E-Blade.
He took, he was aggressively pushing top earlier. Now he's pushed bottom lane, taking that tier 2. He did take it, right?
Yes,
Yeah, he did. Got the gold, and as you see, top net worth by about 400 to 500 over that Slark now. Enchantress, by the way, 4th, beating out the middle Void Spirit. Quite the turnaround after those
That
first
Slark
2
death
deaths.
bottom was so important because this Enchantress would not have had a game. But
Now she does.
yeah, that like the momentum for Slark Diffusal looks a lot better to me when you have all that momentum. But right now, when you have a Diffusal with no obvious plays to make, I don't think this item feels very strong.
Yep. Oh, and they're battling over these ancients, and Madara says, "Nope, that's my farm."
Do you still go Ags on Enchantress?
Oh, and the vampire fangs.
The leap away
Against Slark, it's okay.
probably breaks pounce, right?
It does break pounds, yeah.
Okay.
I still
goes
wouldn't
down.
go it, to be honest.
Have you guys actually used that? Is it just me, or it feels like garbage? I only did it one time, so maybe I just wasn't used to it, but it just feels
It's
bad.
pretty funny, though.
garbage.
It is funny, but it's good because you have to turn around to jump backwards. You have to it's some weird.
I was watching
weird stuff.
Zai when he had spider legs plus an Ags on Enchantress.
Oh,
that was some funny stuff. He had spider legs to one cliff and then bounce back over when they ran. that was really funny.
Curious, see if you got it. What else? Does it only give you the pounce? Doesn't it give you something else too, or
Nope,
no?
just
That's
the
it.
back leap. But against Slark specifically, it's kind of okay because you break the pounce.
It's better that the range one was good, but it was just so boring
It was.
because you just get
Just
Dragon
more
Lance.
damage, yeah, and a little extra damage. Yeah, this one you're sproinking.
I mean, they should probably have
Both
a
of them?
slightly increased damage
Agreed.
and the ability, but
Agreed. Hexu, and it is your 5, but unfortunately you are giving permanent agility to the Slark.
Yeah, you just can't play up that far. Is he going Blink or Force on the bat?
Because we saw Force the other game. Drums.
Whoa, I don't like that at all. I think he needs either Blink or Force.
Blorse.
He is definitely the poorest bat we've seen him. I know he has 5 position, but you got to get your own on bat eventually, right?
Yeah,
like you want at least one item.
Force is so good in this game too.
Ooh.
He's just against Slark, so if he walks up against Diffusal at all like that, he dies. So he either needs to buy a Force or not play like that.
And
Good against
building
Void
a
Spirit.
force, though,
Good against the Cookie of Snapfire and the ults.
Oh, he's running
On
uphill
the
with this.
separation.
They're just going to throw it out. Is there going to be a stun? No, Yule's into the air. Doesn't have Dark Pact. Already used it. It'll be back up in 1 second. He's going to throw it out. There's the DJ stun, slowing them all down. Is Chessie just dead?
Nice
What a
fissure.
block by Z-Freak. The
Beautiful
God
fissure.
does it again. There's going to be the last, though. They want to pull the Tiny back in. 23 Savage forced to run. Jabs Courier goes down. And they're just going to lose DJ here. Z-Freak does it again.
Wow, that was game-changing that he saved the Leshrac there. Because
Big
Leshrac is
fissure.
working on the BKB, and once he gets that, he's not going to go down. But he could easily have died a couple more times before his BKB there. Pexu just paying the price here.
Yeah, dying to Moon. Well, at least it's not the Slark.
He has E-played.
Dara. Oh, the jump forward. He actually gets the leap. Did it end up hitting? It did. Get to throw him into the air. The Yules by Chessie to stop the Slark. Missed the stun. Backs up. Didn't even throw the stun. Canceled it. Okay. We'll cool down again for now, but OG.Seed still with that little lead they've been holding on to here. Much closer game than the last two.
Man, that Van Brace is pretty hype for an Enchantress.
It is.
Right? You get the... So he's got all this strength, making him much tankier with Untouchable. And then on top of that, your other attributes, buffing your actual damage and then your attack speed a little bit more.
One of those heroes you're like, all
Yeah.
3 are great.
I'm all about that Grove Bow on Enchantress, yeah.
For sure.
The deeps.
Pretty good. What about Enchanted Quiver?
That's surprisingly underwhelming.
Is Enchanted Quiver, is that everyone's least favorite? Is that
I
what
think
I've
that's
been
like
hearing?
definitely the worst item in the game.
Damn.
Wow.
The worst neutral item. In the
What
game.
if it because it just needs to give like some sort of stat as well, right, or something?
It
That's
needs
the
to
problem.
do either something for melee heroes
It
or
should probably give you 100 attack range like Grove
like the
Bow
Grove Bow.
does.
Yeah.
they could honestly just combine those 2 items and remove the Grove Bow. I think would be good.
Jesus, now you're...
Well, if you're gonna give it
Chill
attack
out,
range,
Buster.
if you're giving it attack range, why is Grove Bow even in the game at that point?
True.
Anything that gives you like unreliable attack range is very irritating.
It's
'Cause
really
I
hard
just
to
don't
position
remember.
yourself around the fact that you have this Enchanted Quiver that suddenly gives you massive range for 1 attack, and then you're like, well, I need to attack again. Oh, I need to walk 500 units forward.
Whoa, 23 Savage. He just wants to steal some agility, but the leap for it. No, he leaps the leap. Dark Pact goes off.
I love when Morphling glitches out like that. He looks derpy.
I like the phrase he leaps the leaps
He
of
leaps
times
the
gone
leap.
by.
It's a game of leapfrog right
Quick
there.
question, Grant, can you Dark Pact Slark's Pounce?
I doubt it.
Yeah, you cannot.
Okay. Because it's
Same
not.
with,
It's not a disable, or it's not on your negative status bar, right? Or is it?
It
well,
is.
it's the
It is,
same
okay.
as Omni Knight.
Okay.
You can no longer heavenly grace yourself out of Pounce.
That's a pretty good change, I'd say.
That's a big feels bad, man.
Oh, ice. He's just farming up here. Z-Freak, though, says, you know what? I might be able to come over here and kill you. Throws
Howdy
up the
doody.
Guardian Angel. There
None of
will
that
be the
damage is
dunk.
physical.
It's a ton of it. He's trying to just out-regen it if he can. He is just running away now, and, oh, okay. He will. Oh, no, not Pexu. This man, at this point, 23 Savage is just calling him +1, because that is a lot of agility, and there's the Snapfire.
Oh, that's the big kill.
On the Morphling. And we talked about OG.Seed. They're looking good for a lot better in these 20 minutes, and now you're going to lose your tier 1 tower middle. You're definitely not losing Roche. I don't think they have the damage to do it.
I like that, Grant. Calling him +1. Yeah. I like that because it made me think of like Warcraft 3 and the Tomes of Agility.
Oh,
That's all
yeah.
he is. He's just a Tome of Agility right
Just
now.
sitting on the ground whenever he just run at him. There's my tome. And he takes over the Alpha Wolf. Pupil's Gift scooped up. That's pretty good on Slark. Pupil's Gift, right, we talked about the Enchanted Quiver. Pupil's Gift, just, all those stats. Oof, feels good.
He's got the full Ags now.
And he did go for it with the Dragon Scale. But Pupil's Gift instead.
Makes sense.
Even the Int is really nice on Slark.
Did he? No. Or did he just throw that Aether Remnant down randomly? That was crazy. I don't think he had vision. Huh. But well played. Makes it out because of it. Morphling is still the most farmed in the game. The Slark is only about 200 behind now. Chessie in third, so it's still reasonably even, especially at those top. But the supports, you see, it's Pexu. He feels really, really sad, like insanely.
Pexu.
Building a Yules. How sad he is.
Switching up, he's like, oh, well, at least I already have one piece of this, the win lane. He's like, I can build into something else now.
To the way there.
Stun toss combo into the air, and oh my lord,
Can't even
Chessie,
BKB.
I didn't even know he was a hero right there. That's going to be the leap again. Pexu's there, but a ton of damage. He gets silenced, so he stops throwing. The impetus is not the most damage when you don't do that. Untouchable's out, but he's just stealing more and more agility. Trapped under the heels there at this point. You're not the biggest pinata, but you are one, and they get another kill. And this is where we always see Fnatic. They always know when to group up as 5 and outnumber the opponents, and they will run into Roche here.
He's got how much agility stolen right now? It's one of those things about
8
Slark. Like,
permanent 14 stacks.
you win a team fight and all of a sudden you're surprisingly good at taking Roshan. Riding off the agility.
You see DJ just clearing out the wards up in the jungle. Still not the easiest one to take. You really don't have that much damage, especially with the Slark going the Ags. Can they?
It's definitely a pretty good example. If they didn't have all those stolen stats, there's no way they would be able to do this.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think you go back in there. You take it so slow.
Oh, especially against this Earthshaker.
Yep, and he's looking. Guess who's creeping? Guess who's crawling? It's Z-Freak.
Oh, I was waiting
Yeah.
for thank you for the answer.
You're welcome. But now we're all quiet. Z-Freak, look at him. Boom! Throws out the stun. Will they be able to find anything else? No, he leaps away.
That was such an anticlimax.
It's hard, right? Because you don't, if this guy's leaving at you, and he's able to find one, it's just he gets the BKB and the Essence ring up, but now they're just going to run away. Can Fnatic make it out before Chessie's BKB? They sure can. Bait out an ability and get back. And this is scary. They're just both teams fighting around this top jungle right now, making sure the other team doesn't get Roche.
Their cores have so much disengage with this Ags and the Slark.
God, it is.
You just get away from the Lesh, it's easy.
It is crazy because that look. Oh, they're into the Roche pit with this Morphling. Obviously, he probably takes it the quickest. You have the Enchantress as well. They have to know something's up. Do you just Snapfire ulti and let it rip?
I think Slark goes in.
Yeah, Slark. He's going to jump up. He wants to get Pexu. He's actually on the cliff. He's cliffed right now. He will leap down because you have 2 charges. They might get the Roche. No, DJ's inside. Who's going to end up getting it? It will be killed by the Dire. Madara gets it. That's what OG.Seed needed. Tons of damage being put out into 23 Savage. But on the backside, Moon jumping in. He wants to kill Z-Freak. The Tiny still alive. Guardian Angel. And it will be Z-Freak going down first, but your Morphling did get the Aegis. Can they disengage? Whoa, looks like that actually went through the Morphling. Looks a little bit weird on the cliff. There's going to be the Cookie. He's still running around, and the fact he's just Omni's always on. You can't kill this Slark. Chessie giving up so much agility, but they haven't killed anyone yet. There's the leap forward. Oh, 23 Savage. I feel like he could be in trouble.
Wow.
Yeah. He goes down. He used 3 leaps in that fight aggressively. Moon does end up getting Chessie. And it is a 3-for-1 trade, but you got the Roshan and you got the Aegis on Morph. Was that worth it for the Seed?
The Seed.
Is it pretty even-ish? Because the Morphling, Morphling with Aegis is good.
Yeah. I'd say it's about even, but Slark's already looking really scary right now, and he doesn't even have like a damage at him. What's he going next on Slark? Like Basher, or is he going BKB? He's going BKB. Okay.
So you think like BKB +1 more is when Slark's going to be like peak?
Yeah, at that point they just have. Even Impetus doesn't go through BKB anymore, so Morphling is their only right-clicker who went E-Blade. They just have absolutely no damage to penetrate BKB this game.
It's a bit of a cop-out answer, but the truth is that fight is going to be entirely like whether or not it was good for OG.Seed is based on how they use this Aegis.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have a timing where Slark and Void do not have BKBs yet. I think that's what they have to
They
hit.
still have their Echo Slam, too.
They do. Z-Freak, he got initiated by that Orchid's Void Spirit, but he wasn't forced to use it, which is nice, because you do have it, as you said. Okay, Madara will get inhibited. Just jump forward. There's the Orchid. Mantas it off. Still can't run away now, but he's going to turn around and fight. Plenty of lifesteal.
That was just a Mind Breaker, by the way.
Oh, okay. The Breaker of Minds.
Oh, got him.
Hits him with the net. Oh, instantly taken out now. He's turning it around.
They have to be really careful with this.
There's the dunk. Is enough. He did have the dark pack, then he makes it away. Is it enough damage to the impetus? No. He pops his ult in. They turn it around. See, freaking Zibair did. Chessie's just trying to run. Oh, no. A complete disaster. Jabs from the low ground. Eats the Morphling alive. Holy smokes.
Dude. That was a Heavenly Grace Slark. You can't just go on him like that.
Yeah. You can't stun a man, and
dude,
they tried.
It lasts for like quarter second when you Echo Slam him like that.
DJ and Ice, they got a huge initiation off there.
Yep. That was a 4-man purification bomb. They just,
Or sorry, DJ and Jabs was the combo I meant.
It was all three of them. They just melted, all three. Like the Morphling melted with them, came alive, and melted again. And all of a sudden, they might just end this tournament. Holy smokes, it was such an even game.
I think it was much harder for OG.Seed to play this game as it played out because the Leshrakt's only way of living is BKB, and what Fnatic's been doing so well is just going on with Tiny, forcing him to BKB and then kiting it and then winning the fight afterwards.
That's where the Axe looks really good, right? Your ability to disengage so quickly.
It is very good in these types of games. The fact that OG.Seed has no diffusal builder, it means Slark will always have mana for these long fights. And that does make makes the Axe build just that much more potent when you always have mana.
We have seen OG.Seed come back from much farther down than this. Obviously, it's a different game, but the mindset's there, and that's always the biggest thing in Dota. Never give up.
This last pick inch, man, it's just an offlaner that's supposed to crush the game. Like, you're supposed to win the lane. You're supposed to be, like, top 3 net worths, and it's just not. At this point in the game, you're just no longer the impact that an offlaner is supposed to have. Going for a halberd.
What do you do? If you're OG.Seed now, your base did get pushed, but you didn't lose too much of it. How do you make more room for this Morphling, or are you kind of forced to play as, like, 5? Or do you have to split up the map?
You have to play as 5 because of this Orchid as well as the...
Oh, no.
Are they going to be able to kill him?
They might be able to through the BKB. DJ gets the stun up. There's the Guardian Angel, and they heal Amplify. He's going to be completely okay. Now you've committed so much to try to bring him down. Instead, Pexu going to be the next one to fall. Surprisingly tanky. Or it's just no one wants aim, and they want the permanent agility.
That's value.
That's a quick 2 for...
Huge amount of value.
I thought they had him, and just one little second, he's full HP.
All right, time to make the old sweep. Take the tier 1 and tier 2 for free. Get yourself up to like 10K net worth lead.
Maybe second row shit and then end it?
Yeah.
We'll see if they can
Definitely
do that.
Got to wait for the BKB on Slark.
Jumping forward, he does. He has to pop the BKB, and that's the problem versus this team. If you don't pop it, you might just die. If you do pop it, you're in for a bad time in about 6 more seconds.
They've done such a good job of forcing him to BKB and then just letting nothing happen off of it.
Yep. Ooh, Glimmer Cape on that grandma now.
I learned that recently as well, that if you defusal creeps, they just stand there. They get disarmed.
Yeah.
It's very
really good against
very random interaction.
Really good against Helmadom creeps.
Guarantee at least one guy in chat learned something right now.
Oh, probably. So, BSJ, give us one other uncommon fact. Just a random uncommon fact in Dota you think maybe someone doesn't know. Wait up.
Think about it for a second.
Yep. They want to go in. 23 seconds. He's just frontline, and he is 0 cares right now.
I think one thing we researched last time was that status resistance reduces the attack slow of Untouchable.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Remember how Fog told us about that?
Yep. Wait,
so
it was Fog. Never mind. I don't know if I trust it.
I think it was Fogged and Gunner that were talking about it. I think it's if you're supposed to be slowed by 100, you get slowed by 50 if you have 50% status resistance.
Yeah.
Ben, come here.
So it's actually pretty good against some
LD
chances.
said, don't spoil the secret, but you've been here 2 days in a row. You have to show up on the couch at least once.
And the leap forward. There's going to be a stun toss combo in the air. He's going to try to morph it. There's a big ulti from Z-Freak. Isn't enough. Jabs on this side is just hurling fireballs out of the mouth. Cookie on forward. Does get the stun on Morphling. There's the clumsy net as well. Madara just trying to get out. Somehow still alive, juking and jiving, but it won't be enough. Or will it? No, it definitely will not be. They trap Min, and they're toying, letting him get the agility right there. Oh, man. So yeah, if you didn't know, we are now joined by the one and only Merlini. Hello.
Hi, Grant.
How's it going?
Hi, everyone. Just watching Dota.
Just watch some Dota. Well, this might be the last game of LAN Dota you're going to see for a bit.
Grant. Don't remind me.
I'm sorry.
Ben's upping his game. The last time he showed up at a LAN, he showed up just for the grand finals. Now he's showing up just for the last game of the grand finals. Damn,
5
Ben.
minutes.
You really just clowning on all these other commentators.
You got me.
They're looking to just push the base in here now. Can they do it? The comeback potential, it's there. Well, not when the Morphling's dead, but he's alive. We'll see.
Any snappy analysis, Ben?
I've been watching a little bit.
What do you think of the Snapfire hero, honestly, as like a pro and a pub? Like in pro games and in pub games?
I still can't believe they let her damage on her ult be that high for that long.
When it came out?
Yeah. I was like, what is it? You press R and everyone dies. And you don't really need to do anything. I'm a big opponent of the, press a button and do a lot of stuff.
10 million damage, yeah. Oh, dear goodness. Zibe just goes down instantly. Level 20 picked up on the Slark. Is Roshan up? No, we still got a little bit of time. Chessie just going to have to back out. Oh, that's an item. Sanjin Kaya.
Rarely see that one.
That is
it is
an item
an
you do
item.
not see very often.
Oh, I forgot it is self-HP. I always forget about that in Sanj now.
Is that like the second least built item, aside from Holy Locket?
No, it's from Yashikaya is the second least probably. I think I've seen more Sanj Kayas than Yashikayas.
Actually, yeah, you're probably right. Who would build a Yashikaya?
I see that on Storm sometimes.
Oh, you're right, Storm. Anyone
but not
else?
after they
Well,
change
not
it
after
for
the Bloodstone. I was about to say,
Yeah.
not after the Bloodstone change.
What about Alina?
I like it on Lina. I like it on Zeus because you can get away from people super quick. It's
Oh, no. We'll see if this Morph can get away, though. Whoa.
Oh, juicy. Oh, they gave him all the mangoes.
They did. Come on. Don't do it to him. Fnatic is just cleaning house right now. You see all the tips. They got tipped in game one. You know, you got to expect it back, even if you're getting 3-0'd, and they do go into the second Roche. This seems to be the game ender here. Oh, gets the BKB, but Chessie, he's able to steal the rune and TP out. That was TP. A little bit lower cooldown.
True. The Arcane Rune TP value.
Pure value.
Are they not going to kill this
Roche.
gold? Okay, the gold is dead.
The little dude. They're pinging it. Like, what are you guys doing? Someone kill it. And they're just going to take it down. Oh, and the Void Spirit has a nullifier now.
The Son of Doom build.
The Son of Doom. Scary. Who do you... I mean, at this point, you're just looking... Probably Z-Freak, right? I think we've been seeing him jump on with the Void Spirit.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job of breaking the combo with Orchid. Every time Z-Freak blinks in, he usually gets the echo off, but after that, no follow-up.
Oh. Z-Freak, he's been trying... He's had some really good jump-in ultis, but like you said, there's always either the status resistance so he can't combo or someone else is there. We've seen a cookie out. We've seen some counters to this. Oh, and there it is. You are unable to do anything.
It's the catapult wave, so
Yeah.
it doesn't even matter if he had killed the range. They still have creeps.
Yep, and
Creeps
they're
coming
pushing
in
in
top as well, like you said. Tiny's super farmed.
Is this it? This is the push, right?
This
It's
is
looking to be.
beginning of the end. The fat lady is warming up her vocals.
Have you guys ever been to an opera?
Nope. Are you implying that people who sing opera are fat or what?
No, that's the whole thing. The
That's
fat lady sings an opera, yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's literally the saying. What? the hell?
It's 2020. You can't just say stuff like that, Grant.
And 23 Savage just backs it out, slowly hits the tower down. Merlini, I bet you've been to an opera 100%.
No, I've not.
You
Yeah, you
are,
have.
yes,
No.
you
Don't
have.
BS us, man.
There's no
I haven't
way
even
Ben
been to a
would go.
symphony or an orchestra.
Okay, well, we're about to see an orchestra of great plays here, more than likely from Fnatic as they dive it. Melee and range Drax still not able to be hit, but the Morphling, oh my goodness, just getting right-click. So much agility being stolen right now. DJ is the first one to go down. He buys back. They have that outpost in the top, so he's going to be able to get back a little bit quicker. Moon, though, whoa,
That's not your base, buddy.
what are you doing?
He dropped the gem, too.
He did?
He was trying to recover the gem that DJ had when he died. So he dove in, picked up the gem, got himself killed.
And look at that.
They're only actually 8k up. At the
They
moment.
are?
It feels like 30k, but it's only 8. It's not that dire.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
And
not
that's-
that dire for the dire squad.
It's not, no.
Thank you,
Safe.
BS.
You've pointed out my joke.
There's
Yes, excellent.
there could be a bit of a glow on their outcome
No,
of this
that,
game.
that one
it's
was
looking a little
definitely
radiant in here.
that was definitely. What
Leap
was it?
up.
Oh, never mind.
Nice Hurricane.
I
He's
give
had
up.
some really good Hurricane pikes all game.
Remember yesterday when Purge was just claiming credit for everything? So that's what I was doing there.
That's smart.
And then you reclaimed it, and I don't know what to do now.
Where do you go if you're this Leshrac now? He's going for Shivas.
He's got a casual hood.
You just have to try not to die, man.
That's the Han. The casual cloak has always been a thing. You don't see it much anymore, though. Hexu just cutting creep waves. That's what you have to do as this Bat Rider at this point.
Blink.
All right.
It's got a blink, yeah.
It's another way to defend that high ground a little bit better.
If you can get all your heroes back to the high ground, once again, gets the Hurricane Pike off.
Bail him out. Bail him out. You can save him.
They do.
Nice.
Well done by Chessie.
Does it feel pretty bad to go to 400 health from the Shrek rather than the damage? Or do you not mind?
Oh, it does feel bad for sure. I think he has to do it, though.
Oh, just survived a little extra. And they jump up. They're going to go for the top lane again. We saw them. They failed the last push they tried this. Don't dive the tier 4s is what we're thinking, I believe.
Well, they got the lasso with multiple force staffs, so they just need to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yep.
That's how they take the fighter on the T4.
Oh, Ewell's up on top. They're going to try to bring down Slark, taking a ton of damage. But he just gets back so easy with that Aghanims.
It's some range barriers. No big deal.
No buybacks from Fnatic at all.
Keep buying time until Fnatic makes that like really big error you can capitalize on.
Oh, there's going to be the leap forward now. Mindbreaker hit is going to get manted off immediately and leap right back out. It almost feels like there's nothing for them to get. I don't even know if this melee barracks is that important for him here, but you have to take something. And oh my goodness, Donkey has to pop the ulti, just like we saw at the other fight, or else that impetus is probably enough.
You just don't want to risk it. Like, what if you die to that impetus? Like,
Yeah.
What's max damage that impetus can do?
I believe it's 2,000 range, so it would be
400?
400, yeah.
Is that good or bad, Cap?
I mean, 400 damage is pretty good, but it's bad that it's capped at 400.
Indeed. That was the answer I was looking for, actually.
You're welcome, Grant.
Here, I'm looking it up for you just so I know this stuff. Enchantress, Dota 2.
Oh, they got Quickening Charm on Omni Knight.
Oof.
So that means that Heavenly Grace is up all the time, even without the level 25 talent.
And then with the 25 talent, that means you can have it on 2 people. Then.
I mean, not literally all the time.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's probably very close to it.
Gotcha.
The damage is capped at 1750 distance. So it's actually like
12.18. So for 0.18 seconds, it's down.
That is the little window of opportunity.
So I did tell you, Grant, tactically, not exactly, but pretty close.
There's Blink, Ewell's Bat. They're keeping it in the game. It is a 10K lead now, but OG.Seed, they've only lost that one range barracks, like you said, not the biggest deal. Just play that high ground. Force the Slark grade. He is going to make him what if he leaps forward, misses a hero, and does go, like, they have these options. And the Slark has been playing hyper aggressive. Make them make a mistake.
Spell Prism on Radiant, because they just got a Spell Prism. That item's real good.
Blink?
Oh, the Void Spirit has the Havoc Hammer, yes. And it's gone. All right.
The Enchanted Dragon from the level 20 Enchantress.
Yep, just pushing in bottom. Hey, that's one way to push safely all the way down to the tower, so it forces somebody to come down here and just waste their time dealing with it.
This guy's thinking outside the box. Why Blink Dagger for Moon?
I think you've made it your job to kill the supports in the back, so now you blink on them and then you still have 2 Astrals.
Oh, there's going to be the Abyssal Blade from 23 Savage doing a decent chunk stun. I think he actually missed the stun, hits the toss, pops the BKB, gets away. You can't attach wall. She is magic immune. She's just going to run away. So they are popping a lot of BKBs on OG.Seed, but it's not like Fnatic's punishing that because they're always just able to get back into their base. And we'll see. There's going to be a BKB pop by Chessie now. DJ jumps forward. Ooh, Abyssal Blade onto him, but no, they're just going to leap. Moon, double damage and BKB. You saw how low his life was. And there's going to be the inhibit. Nice use of Shadow Amulet, getting him out of there. And another jump forward, just impetus after impetus coming out. Not the most mana. There's the BKB popped as well. Z-Freak, first one to die outside of the base. They might get Peksu.
There's the gem gone.
Flame break.
Back to the favor of Fnatic, and he's already got 21 Essence Shift stacks on Slark, so really doing a good job of poking and prodding, and once you have 20 Essence, you are way stronger as a hero. Make that 28.
Oh, the Nullifier, but he BKBs
30,
beforehand.
31.
He's stacking him up. Can he get enough? He has to pop his ulti, so he wants to run away. They're trying to body block. He Abyssal Blades the creep to make it over. Well played there. and they get out, only losing Z-Freak. And the Slark leaps forward again. He, as you said, he just keeps
letting him hit.
doing it. Yeah,
he's just refreshing his stat steal. You got to stop it.
Dude, at this point in the game, the nerfed Ags feels better than if it was the full range one. Because he's not like over-committing because of it right now if it jumped farther. And Jabs, he's just going to waddle on out. Shadow Blade for Z-Freak, so should be easier now to find initiation. Even with the gem on the other side, you're probably sitting in trees and Viz or something.
This is a good point, Grant. For all like the 2K Slark players out there, the Axe change is probably a buff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't miss the pounces out of position as much.
Yep, thank you. Oh, the lasso. But Yule's into the air immediately. Oh my goodness, Zibe dies so quick, and the agility is stacking up once more. Pexu just getting right-click down. There's a Yule's into the air to save himself. Can't 23 Savage get the kill? No. Cookie on backwards. A little bit of a mistake there, but the first hit bash on him. He gets the dunk up. Is it enough, though? They have the Glimmer Cape there. Pexu's down. Moon's dead. So is Chessie. Chessie and Buyback get right back into the fight because he is in the Dire base. And it looks like, once again, the Radiant, they're going to try to commit. Manta's off the silence. There is. He does so much damage. He is blocked out by Z-Freak. Another nice Fisher. Is it enough? There's the leap forward. He's stealing even more, but you got to be careful. There's the Glyph. Tons of split shot damage from those towers as well. Oh my goodness.
Oh, careful.
You realize that was an adaptive strike reflected from the Slark, who has like 50 essence shift stacks.
Damn. Now 23 Savage. She's like, maybe I can't distract? Probably not. From the low ground, we'll just continue to buff him up. Can they defend their base? They've been trying, and they've been successful for a little bit, but yeah, you might have to stop doing that. And he will finally bring down the melee racks.
So he uses the target's agility when it refreshes?
Yeah, I mean, it treats it as whoever's reflecting is casting the spell.
Is that the same for anti-mage?
Like his spell
Yes, it is, because when you're anti-mage, you have to have like an Axe to reflect people's Ag Scepters.
Oh.
That's why I said earlier that if the Sven buys an Ags and then the anti-mage buys an Ags, you can make the anti-mage stun you into base. Right,
with quick enough
Correct.
fingers.
With quick enough fingers. Yeah. And the anti-mage has to buy an Axe.
Oh, Timeless Relic.
For Earthshaker, that could be nice.
Please.
His stun on the Heavenly Grace target now lasts 3/4 of a second.
That's pretty good. Better than a half.
Might need it on bat.
Yeah, maybe.
They gave the Van Brace to him, so who are they giving the Timeless Relic to? Maybe Lesh for the spell damage? No, none of them are taking it so far.
We'll see, and yep, you see the odds there, heavily in Fnatic's favor. They're about to get this third Roche. Sorry, did you guys see this? Was it Refresher or Ags?
Looks like it was an Ag Scepter for the Omni Knight. That's makes things even tougher. And he's also got a Minotaur Horn on him, so...
He's getting his spells off no matter what.
Yeah.
Good luck. You get a Minotaur Horn on the other side now, so all these early BKBs we've seen popped, at least now you have someone who gets a little more magic immunity. Not the most, but a little. And there it is. Timeless Relic is on Z-Freak, so the combos last a little bit longer.
Level 25, he took the damage talent. 200% crit.
I've seen that one's actually, I haven't seen like people really say one's better than the other. That one's like a game-by-game thing. Seems like both are pretty nice.
It'll help him obliterate the Enchantress.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Lotus again. We've been seeing Lotus after Lotus. They're going to go for this tier 3 tower now. They'll just pounce away. Slow and steady, they siege the base.
Oh, he's got stacked cheese.
2 fondue.
You could sell that for 1,000.
Oh, silence, so he doesn't take as much damage. He's like, I just want to get this tower. I don't care. I'm just silencing you. No more impetuses.
All right.
It's Impetai.
Madara says it's time for another Divine Rapier.
Yep. I mean, it is, right?
Yeah.
He's got a Daedalus as well already, so he's ready to chunk some people.
And does he have waveform attack target?
I assume he does. No, he took the cooldown reduction. And the morph duration. What am I looking at?
It looks so...
Maybe he thought he was going to go with the Axe?
Yeah, and I
don't think I've ever seen somebody take that since they changed his ult.
Yeah.
That's odd. And look at this. Yep, right back in. Will he finally get it? Ugh, he gets that middle tier 3 and just leaps away.
All right, here's the play. So he's getting a Divine Rapier They're going to win one team fight.
Yeah.
Off of that team fight, they're going to be able to
march
take
down
Roshan.
mid.
He's going to get an Aghanim Scepter from that. Then he's going to become an Earthshaker with a Divine Rapier
And a
Enchant
Daedalus.
Totem.
And a Daedalus.
And a Daedalus. And he's going to do 5,000 damage to one person.
And for...
And then one person will die, and then they'll buy back, and then we'll go the other way around.
And then he'll Enchant Totem again.
Yes, I forgot he could use it twice.
And again.
Merlini Dota trivia for you. How much True Strike does Rapier give you?
100%.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Just making sure, you know. Still
Want to
on
make
top
sure
of the
you're
game.
qualified to be on this couch.
Yeah, you might have had to get the hell out, but you're good for now, I guess. And just hitting his own illusion here. When do you feel you have to commit? How many buildings do you have to lose to commit to a fight if you're OG.Seed, like actually? Because they were okay losing their top, the Raxes. They're okay losing this tier 3 middle. You have to commit eventually, right? To one fight.
You're talking about Raxes or buildings?
I legitimately think it's you can give up 2 lanes of barracks if Fnatic never give you the opportunity you're searching for.
Okay. Oh my goodness, you see the damage there so much on the Slark, but he'll just run out of range and fully heal with the help of Omni as well.
Yeah, he's got 200 health regen.
See the tip onto Moon. Moon Shard for a Slark now as well.
I wonder how much Omni Knight's like panicking during these fights, seeing his Slark at like 20%.
W.
Surprised he hasn't bought a Blink or something like that just to be closer to him.
All right, they've got 4 staff.
Oh, and they're going to go for it. There's going to be the Abyssal Blade, but a nice stun by Z-Freak, and nope, just leaps back out.
This is an opportunity to try and pull the Slark into the tier 4 area.
Yeah. So
it's not
hard.
An amazing opportunity,
but it is. You need an opportunity. You're down by this much. You take anything you can. He's just squaring up. He's going to pop the ulti. Ooh, Dusk gets popped, and won't really matter. Just gets Cookie, Guardian Grieved, and he's not even running anymore.
He's got 2 more cheeses, or 1 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already used 1. Does have a 30-second cooldown.
Has an Aegis as well, so plenty of survivability on this Slark, and that's why they're fine just doing this over and over and over.
What's Tiny got now? Oh, another Lotus Orb? Is that 2 Lotus Orbs, or has that been his the whole time?
No, I think Omni has one.
Lotus Orb with a Quickening Charm and a Spell Prism.
What's the downtime on Lotus Orb?
Not very long.
Barely need to.
We'll go with 1.65 cents. There's a stun toss combo, but it doesn't hit because he doesn't combo it. Bottom lane, they're trying to take a tower themselves. Pexu's here, gets the Yules off. No Lotus Orb this time. He has the Dark Pact. He jumps away. There's going to be the Aegis, probably moving the cheese up. We'll see if they can get him. They have isolated him. They're trying to bring him down, but Madara on the backside, he's going for the kill. There's the Guardian Angel and everyone because he does have that Aghanim's Blessing. Toss into the air. Will the bat be the first one? Yep, there's the second toss as well. Pexu down, has a buyback. We're back to status quo.
All right. Goal is to kill Moon.
Or to kill 23 Savage. Can they bring him down? It doesn't look good. Oh my goodness, he just turns around that BKB
he
and he's starting to do damage.
Slot.
He did, and he's into the fight. Is that a banner? Good thing it's real bad. Z-Freak. He just got bowed.
Tournament at least.
He just got Dota 2'd. In the last game of the LAN, he gets Dota 2'd, and this looks to be the end. 23 Savage with the godlike DJ dominating. But wait, 23 Savage goes down. He will buy back. It's 1,100 gold given away. It's a Morphling and Enchantress trying to defend. Can they at least get the 5 Snapfire? 2 waveform charges enough. They get 1 kill. Can they do it? Here's DJ. Oh, misses the toss because of a nice Hurricane Pike. Aether Remnant grabs him. Ooh, they leap forward again. He abyssals them. Can they bring him down this time? Does he have the F-Blade to try to save himself? No, he goes down. And this looks to be the game. Zibe's like, no, I'm running. I'll defend as long as I can, and he'll die as well. Buys back. He has 1 life. Can they do it, Cap? A 1 versus 5.
2 lives, Grant.
They have it. Chessie.
Oh, there's one
no.
guy.
Enchantress is
Grant.
inside. Tries to get it with the Hurricane Pike. He's going to BKB, run away. Tier 4 towers getting sieged down. Fnatic, they want to get as many kills as they can before this ends. Make them tap out. They won't, though. As the right clicks fly, they're going into the fountain. Nice job by Chessie making in the fountain before he Yules. Can he survive inside of here? No, the Abyssal Blade's there. Goodbye. Everyone's dead. Tier 4 falling. Throne falling. Good game, well played, called by the Morphling. Fnatic takes the victory, takes the tournament 3-0 in the grand finals. A masterclass performance by them. Honestly, all tournament, right? They looked like the best team here, I would say, after day 1, even like in the middle of day 1 until now.
Yeah, the only questionable part was, they went 1-1 against OG.Seed.
Yeah.
Like, well, then OG.Seed ended
Chen.
up being grand finalists, So it goes to show Fnatic definitely solidified that they are very easily the best team here right now. They are the most in shape.
By quite a bit, too. Yeah. I mean, they looked really, really good. And even, right, they kind of stomped the first 2 games. In Game 3, they get tested a little. They have to be patient to win it, and they were super patient. They were never forcing these fights. Slark leaps in, Slark leaps out after doing 10 damage to the tower.
Yeah, they had a really good idea of exactly how OG.Seed was going to win these fights, and they just never overcommitted. They had like 1 or 2 slip-ups on the side of Fnatic, but in the grand scheme of things, you had 43 kills, the opponent had 17. You're feeling pretty good about your overall fight taking, as well as I think they were all on the same page with their items. I think that had a lot to do with their success. Even the Tiny's being as rich as he was, that he's basically a 4th core this game.
Yeah. So now, do we claim it? Is Fnatic the best team in Dota 2 for the upcoming months?
Absolutely.
They are? They proved it. They
Nobody
came here
can
and
prove
proved
us
it.
otherwise.
Until there's a land to prove.
They
Otherwise,
are the
they
kings.
will continue to be so.
And as you see, they are going to be coming downstairs. We are going to try to get him on the couch here. Sunby smiling, and you're smiling as well.
Where's the team?
A masterclass performance as we continue to talk about, though. And they did only drop 2 full games, I believe, this entire tournament. So, and you see them upstairs. They're smiling, Cap, you can't rush happiness.
You can't rush greatness.
Either one. Happiness, greatness, they're all the same. And we are going to wait for him to get down here, and we'll ask him a few questions. But, yeah, congratulations again. Loop at Dota Summit 12 champions. And also a shout-out, obviously, to OG.Seed, who do come through, and they get that 2nd place as we see him walking by.
You got Ice, who just passed by.
Yeah.
Some of the other players still wrapping up their gear.
Getting everything. Dan, what did you learn this tournament?
Oh,
Dota-wise,
so
us-wise, anything-wise?
Well, I mean, what didn't I learn? I came here knowing nothing, and now I know less than nothing, if anything.
Exactly.
But it's been a great time. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep. Fnatic, though, man. And it's sad, right? Well, it's not sad they won. It's sad that we don't get to see him play again, because I would have loved. They dominate this, and honestly, they would probably be in my top 4 now going into that major. Obviously, they're not, but damn, just to see what their peak is, because they were clean. 2 20-minute games in the grand finals as well.
Yeah, I think that's it's unfortunate that we're not able to see them at a major setting and see what it's like against all the best teams in the world. But on the other side of things, OG.Seed did look very good at this tournament. Definitely some surprising results. Very resilient team, too.
For sure.
And I think that these upcoming months, they will have plenty of opportunities to be playing, whatever online tournaments they can get their hands on. Nope. Certainly, they were talking about how they were kind of lower on the register when it came to scrims and such. Didn't really always have the best partners. Surely not anymore, right?
Yeah. You see that they can get some good plays, and it looks like we've got all the boys getting on. We're ready to bring them on. We're going to kick you up, sorry, and we're going to get some applauses here. We got 2 seats here, Or you can all sit here. It's cool, too. Whatever. Congratulations, guys. 3-0 in the grand finals. Very convincing. Any first thoughts?
Again? What's the question?
I just said, any first thoughts? It was a convincing 3-0. You guys looked like the best team here pretty much the whole week. How are you feeling?
Good. Hello?
Hello, you're perfect.
Good. Yeah.
So you guys have had a rough time at the majors. Haven't really seen the success. I mean, you guys are a star-studded roster. A lot of talent here, but not so much success at the majors. Does it feel good? Does this tournament, does it prove something to you guys?
Yeah. Because at first I don't really have many experience.
Mm-hmm.
But just now I think I gained quite a bit.
What do you think about your teammates here with this roster that you've joined?
They are funny.
They're funny? They're good?
Nice friend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So what do you guys have any, I mean, obviously with the major being canceled, you're going to go home. Do you guys have any plans? Just chill with your family, soak in the win?
No, I don't think.
We're probably going to have a break after the Epic Center qualifier end. Yeah. So I don't know what's the plan after that.
Exactly.
And maybe there's no more
Maybe no
qualifier, I guess.
qualifiers, yeah. It's rough.
DJ, Ice, you guys have been on this Fnatic squad. This is, what, the third iteration of Fnatic? It's been you three, and then now you've brought in both Moon and 23 Savage. How do you feel about this roster compared to others?
Good.
Good, yeah. How's the leadership going? You said that if you could, you would just stay quiet in game. But you have to speak up, because that's what leaders do.
Jabs is doing it now.
Jabs is doing it all?
Yeah.
He's the only voice?
I'm just playing Dota now. That's why I'm playing better, I guess. Yeah.
It's fair enough. You've just been...
I'm going back to the old days. Just play Dota.
Just supporting these guys. How do you feel about 23 Savage? I mean, such a young player, but is certainly looking really good, right?
I mean, Tinder should sponsor him, right?
Damn. Good in-game, good out-of-game. Looking good, feeling good. All good.
All good.
All good. If you didn't know either, we do have the trophy for you. It is this Troll Warlord Duck. You can take it, hold it in the air. It is all yours. The Loopbet Dota Summit 12 champions, Fnatic. Absolute masterclass performance. Yeah.
There we go.
And we thank you guys a lot. Is there any last thing you guys want to say to your fans before we let you go and celebrate your victory?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Hey, that's a good we thank you very much. Congratulations to Fnatic, Loopbet, Dota Summit 12 champions. Thank you to our sponsors as well, Monster as well as Loopbet. This could be the very last LAN we see in a long time, so it's an honor to have you guys win, an honor for you guys to be here. Unfortunately, it's time for us to say goodbye.
It is, Grant. That's going to be it for Lootbet Dota Summit 12. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully we will see you guys at a Dota LAN sometime soon.
Goodbye.